Life is a tapestry woven with threads of joy and sorrow, hope and despair, calmness and storm. Each thread tells a part of our story, and sometimes the storms seem overwhelming, threatening to unravel everything we hold dear. But in those tempestuous moments, when the winds howl and the rain lashes against our souls, comes a whisper that speaks louder than the chaos. I am with you. This is the promise God offers, a beacon of hope illuminating the darkest nights. His blessings are not limited to the quiet, serene moments. They flourish even in the very heart of our storms. Let us embark on a journey through these challenging times where we'll discover that believing in Him can bring unimaginable blessings. Imagine being caught in a violent thunderstorm, the kind that rattles your very soul. The waves crash violently against the shore of your life, leaving you disoriented and afraid. Yet somewhere deep within you hear a soft, reassuring voice promising peace. This is the essence of God's presence in our struggles. As the storm rages, He invites us to find solace in Him. When we step back and breathe in the truth of His unwavering support, we begin to understand that these trials are not just obstacles. They are opportunities for growth, a way for God to nurture our faith, helping us to emerge more resilient and prepared for life's next chapter. Picture a seed buried deep in the soil. It faces darkness and pressure, seemingly devoid of light and safety. Yet, within that dark womb of earth lies potential waiting to unfold. Just like that seed, our trials can lead us to a place of growth. In the midst of life's storms, God is cultivating something beautiful within us. When we lean into our challenges, trusting that He is orchestrating our lives with care and purpose, we begin to see the fruits of our labor. Each tempest we endure serves as a stepping stone, drawing us closer to our true selves and aligning us with His divine will for our lives. Every storm has its rhythm, a powerful symphony that unfolds as the winds sing and the rain dances. In the chaos, we can choose to hear the melodies of hope and blessings. God, the master composer, weaves our trials into a beautiful arrangement, reminding us that storms are temporary, but His promises are everlasting. As we tune our hearts to this music amid our struggles, we find a strength that transcends our understanding. It is here, in this divine orchestration of events, that we discover our true purpose and calling, even when the world seems to be collapsing around us. Faith is not the absence of fear, it's the courage to move forward despite it. When the rain pours and the lightning strikes, it can feel like darkness is all around us. Yet, it is in these moments of vulnerability that we can let go of our need for control and trust in God's providence. Believing Him in our darkest hours is not always easy, but it is a powerful act of surrender. With every ounce of doubt that arises, we can replace it with hope, allowing God's light to pierce through the clouds of uncertainty. In these moments of relinquishing control, we invite Him into our storms and open ourselves to the blessings that await. As we navigate life's tumultuous seas, we must remember that God has promised to take care of us. He knows our needs even before we articulate them. Sometimes, in the eye of a storm, we might feel abandoned, as if the waves of despair are crashing too close for comfort. But hold on to the assurance that God is a faithful provider. He equips us with everything we need to endure, often in the form of unexpected blessings. Sometimes, these blessings come as gentle reminders, a friend's encouraging word, a moment of clarity, or a serendipitous joy that breaks through the darkness. Each blessing is a testament to His love and commitment to us. Often, storms can isolate us, wrapping us in clouds of loneliness and despair. However, God has designed us for community. In our most trying times, we can find solace in the embrace of those around us. Friends, family, and even strangers can become instruments of His grace, offering support, encouragement, and presence. When we open ourselves to others, we create a space for God's light to shine through. It is in the shared experiences of struggle and triumph that we realize we are never alone. Together, we weather the storms, lift each other higher, and discover the beauty of divine connection. As we travel through our storms, keep your eyes peeled for the miraculous moments that God provides. These can range from tiny, tender gestures to massive life changes that pull us from the brink of despair. Miracles often manifest as synchronicities, moments that feel too coincidental to be mere chance. They might present themselves as a newfound purpose in our struggles or a shift in perspective that breathes new life into our weary hearts. Each miracle is a testimony of God's love, reminding us that He is on our side, even if the winds grow fierce. The storms may shake us, but they can never shatter the hope we hold in Him. Every storm carries with it lessons, and often from our deepest struggles emerge our most significant breakthroughs. God is an expert at transforming pain into purpose, using our harshest experiences as catalysts for change. As we traverse the tumultuous waters of life, we can ask ourselves, what is this storm teaching me? It is in this reflective process that we often uncover our calling. Our storms can become beautiful testimonies of resilience, demonstrating how God has rewritten our narratives. By sharing our stories of hardship, we can create ripples of encouragement that impact the lives of others who find themselves in the throes of their own storms. Hope is a powerful agent, particularly during tumultuous times. It serves as our anchor, grounding us when the waves of life threaten to sweep us away. Cultivating hope is a conscious choice, and in the midst of storms, it can become our lifeline. We can let go of the fear of uncertainty and embrace a future filled with promise when we choose to believe that God is at work. Even when we cannot see it, we open the door to healing. Hope infuses our wounds with light, soothing our spirits and uplifting our hearts. It ignites a fire within us, allowing us to rise above our circumstances and keep moving forward. Storms demand patience. When the skies darken and hope feels distant, it can be tempting to seek immediate relief. But God's timing is perfect, and often He is teaching us to wait. In these waiting periods, we discover the art of patience, an often overlooked virtue that strengthens our faith. Each day spent in anticipation refines our hearts and molds our character. In those moments of waiting, we can savor the small blessings and gain a deeper understanding of God's purpose. Our storms transform us, teaching us to trust deeply that He will come through for us, providing blessings that we couldn't have imagined before. Endurance is a beautiful act of faith, one that reflects our trust in God's love and provisions. Every challenge we face encourages us to dig deeper into our belief systems. When the storm roars around us and it feels like we are losing ground, it's our faith that maintains our footing. Choosing to endure, to stand firm in the face of adversity, aligns us with God's will. We develop an inner strength that not only carries us through our trials, but also fortifies us for future challenges. With every wave that crashes upon us, we can hold tightly to the promise that God is cultivating something incredible through our endurance. Once the storm begins to pass, it's essential to take a moment to reflect. Reflection allows us to see our journey from a new perspective, revealing insights that we couldn't perceive while in the midst of chaos. God invites us to meditate on our experiences, helping us understand what we've learned amid the turmoil and how we've been transformed. This practice opens our hearts to gratitude, allowing us to celebrate not just the blessings that came through the storm, but also the strength we gain. In the stillness that follows, we become attuned to the subtle whispers of God, guiding us to carry those lessons into our future. Every storm eventually subsides, and with it comes the promise of new beginnings. God's blessings are often waiting just on the other side of our trials, ushering in fresh opportunities and renewed hope. As the clouds part and the sun breaks through, we find ourselves standing in the glow of His love, ready to embrace life once more. Letting go of what once was can be challenging, but God prepares us to step into the new, equipped with lessons learned and resilience gained. Each heartache and hurdle we overcome serves as preparation for the abundant blessings that lie ahead. In the aftermath of a storm, cultivating a heart of gratitude can transform our outlook on life. It allows us to acknowledge the beauty that can emerge from our pain. By recognizing the small and significant blessings God offers during difficult times, we develop a more profound appreciation for His presence in our lives. Gratitude fosters joy in our hearts, illuminating even the darkest moments. As we express thanks for our struggles, we begin to understand that they were not in vain, but were stepping stones leading us closer to God's incredible plans for our lives. In our walk through life, hope can be likened to a guiding star that shines brightly amidst the overwhelming darkness of a storm. When the sea of life gets rough and the winds howl against us, it is hope that nudges us forward, urging us to keep putting one foot in front of the other. It beckons us to trust in God's promise that He will never leave us nor forsake us. This hope is not a mere wish. It's a confident expectation, a belief that no matter how fierce the storm, there is a light waiting for us at the end. By focusing our hearts and minds on this hope, we begin to draw strength from it, transforming our mindset from one of despair to one of expectancy. Prayer is not just a lifeline during difficult times. It is a dynamic conversation with God. When we find ourselves in the eye of the storm, prayer becomes a refuge, a safe space to pour out our fears, frustrations, and yearning for peace. Through prayer, we invite God into our turbulent circumstances, allowing His presence to wash over us like a soothing balm. As we express our desires and seek His guidance, we open ourselves to receive divine clarity and insight. Moreover, prayer strengthens our relationship with God, deepening our faith and reinforcing the belief that we are never alone in our struggles. Each prayer, no matter how small, is a step toward inviting His blessings into our life narrative. Storms often herald change, whether we welcome it or not. Life, by its very nature, is about transformation, and storms serve as catalysts that propel us into new beginnings. Embracing change can be daunting as it pushes us out of our comfort zones. However, it also unlocks potential we may never have discovered otherwise. God's blessings often lie waiting in the embrace of change, ready to reveal new paths and opportunities designed just for us. By trusting His plan and remaining flexible amidst life's fluctuations, we can navigate shifts gracefully. Accepting the unknown can lead to a deeper reliance on God, fueling our journey with courage and faith. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the weight of our circumstances, but what if we could choose joy? Even when the rain falls, God offers us the gift of joy, not as a result of our circumstances, but as a reflection of His unwavering love for us. Choosing joy requires a deliberate shift in perspective, a recognition that even in pain, there are reasons to celebrate. It's in the little things, a warm hug, a friend's comforting words, the beauty of a rainbow following the rain, that we find moments of joy. Each act of joy becomes a declaration of faith, a choice to trust that God is working in our lives, even when the storms seem insurmountable. As we practice this joy, we discover resilience in our hearts that empowers us to face each new day. Letting go can be one of the most challenging aspects of weathering a storm. We often hold tightly to our fears, regrets, and disappointments, believing that by clutching them, we somehow retain control. However, God invites us to release these burdens, to surrender our worries and anxieties to Him. It is in this act of letting go that we allow space for God's blessings to flow into our lives. When we relinquish the past and cast our worries aside, we align ourselves with His will and open the door to new possibilities. Letting go becomes a powerful statement of faith, expressing our trust that His plans for us are greater than anything we could envision for ourselves. In this surrender, we find peace and the freedom to move forward. There is incredible power in surrendering to God's will, especially during the tumultuous storms of life. Our human nature often fights against the unknown, tugging us toward anxiety and resistance. Yet, when we choose to align ourselves with God's path, we find a remarkable peace that transcends all understanding. Surrendering doesn't mean losing control. Rather, it's acknowledging that His wisdom far surpasses our own. As we yield to His guidance, we position ourselves to receive His blessings in ways we might never have anticipated. This act of faith reaffirms our relationship with Him, reminding us that His plans are steeped in love and purpose, even when we cannot see the bigger picture. Every storm carries with it the promise of restoration. Just as the earth rejuvenates after a heavy downpour, our spirits can be renewed after enduring hardships. God specializes in restoration, turning our mourning into dancing, our despair into hope. In the aftermath of our storms, we may feel broken, but God is a master craftsman who delights in piecing us back together. As we emerge from our trials, He gently mends our wounds, allowing us to witness how far we've come. Restoration isn't merely about repairing what was lost. It's about giving us something new, a purpose redefined, and a heart that beats with renewed passion for life. By believing in His promise of restoration, we can step forward with bravery and joy, ready to embrace what's to come. As we conclude this journey together, remember that life is a continuous ebb and flow of storms and sunshine. God's blessings will continue to surround you even in the toughest moments. Life's storms are not indications of His absence. Instead, they are reminders of His unwavering presence. The key lies in our belief. When we hold tight to the assurance that He cares for us and has a purpose for our lives, we can weather any storm. So, take a deep breath, embrace the challenges ahead, and trust that with every storm you face, God is right there with you, ready to shower you with blessings beyond your imagination. Through every storm, remember that you are never alone. Just as the wildest storms eventually pass, so too will the trials that weigh on your heart. Believe with all your might that God is working all things together for your good. Embrace the journey, trust in His love, and you will find that He blesses you abundantly. Even in the midst of your most challenging storms, your story is still being written, and the best chapters are yet to come. So hold on tight, for the blessings are on the horizon. Keep believing, keep trusting, and watch as God transforms every storm into a testament of His enduring love.